that. No, that's true too. Could have been. Yeah. So, for anyone who doesn't know, this is Nasiri. She's a 2-year-old female jaguar. She did get a rabbit today, if you can't tell what it was. She gets a rabbit every Sunday. It's a treat. She did have it up in that little spark cooking tree over there. It was actually up in one of the branches. So we made her actually work for her food. Oh my gosh, heaven forbid. So she actually climbed up the tree and knocked it down and brought it over here and started eating it. And so we like to do that rather than just like put it on the ground right in front of the door somewhere easy, because it makes her work, it makes her think, it makes her use her instincts, actually has to somewhat hunt an animal. So she really enjoys, Sundays because of that. And we'll also have all the nutrition, and she doesn't really need anything else, but we like to kind of mix it up for them, make it so not so routine. So she gets a rabbit, she also gets a bone. We'll also feed her live fish. What's really cool about this exhibit is they actually built into this exhibit a fish injector. So on the outside, there's a series of pipes that you can open up and actually put a live fish in the pipe, then fill it back up with water, and it shoots it into the pool right here. And this pool that goes for almost the entire length of her exhibit has 2 entrances, so you can either put it in the shallow end over here or in the deep end. So she doesn't quite know where it's coming from, so again she has to hunt and use her instinct. And I guess the first time they did it, it took her about 2 days to actually get in the water, get the fish, and then actually eat it. But now she's become such a pro at it, it only takes her about 10 minutes on average to get the fish. She's got this whole method. She'll check both of the holes to make sure, they're not just hanging around by them. And if it's in the deep end, she'll actually dive into the water. She'll actually go underneath the water, and she'll kind of herd it all the way down to the shallow end, and then where it's more easier to get, and then she'll grab it, and then she'll play with it. She'll play with it for a while. She'll let it go and catch it again, let it go and catch it again. But then once, it's finally dead, she'll actually bring it up to her cave here and eat. This is kind of her little breakfast table. She brings all of her little, I don't know what they're called, but little fish up to big tilapia. We actually have a little tank back there. We can grab the tilapia out and then bring them out for her. So she's gotten a fish like this big before, up to just a little thingy. And there are still fish living in there. She hasn't, caught all of them. Has little ones left, and one medium-sized tilapia. So, when she's hungry or a snack, I'll just go and grab myself. Jaguars are really unique, and one of the unique factors is that they will exploit just about anything to eat. They are kind of the pit bull of the family of cats. They have big stocky muscles, they're big stocky cats with big giant heads, because they have this tremendous amount of muscle actually just surrounding their head that helps them with their jaw pressure. Because they have such a strong jaw pressure, their method of killing is not necessarily asphyxiation, where most cats will just go around the throat and while the animal suffocates and then will consume it. These guys will often go for the back of the skull and crush the skull, and that's their method of killing. It's very quick, very effective, and because they have that bite strength, they can exploit alligators and crocodiles, caiman. They can even eat turtles to break through that shell. So they can exploit many different kinds of animals. Yeah. It's crazy.
How many pounds is the bite strength?
That's a very good question. I can't remember the specifics, but I know it's extremely strong. I'll have to look that up now.
Our other jaguar was able to crush a Lord Ebola.
Wow.
So it's pretty strong.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So he's a little bigger, but idea.
Yeah, it's the thing. But yeah, speaking of size, small for a jaguar, even a female jaguar. Female jaguars range just maybe around the low hundreds, 195 to 110. Where, like I said, she's 80 pounds. So she's a really small girl. She's 2 years old. She probably won't get much bigger. She might fill out a little bit, get a little more muscle strength. But she won't get necessarily longer or taller. But where on comparison, Orson, like she said, is much bigger. She's got